Now at 6:30, frightening moments for many when a car crashed into an ambulance with a baby on board. And a dog stuck in an eastern Kentucky cave was rescued just in time for Christmas.
Looking pretty good for this afternoon, but will that nice weather stick around into the final weekend of 2014?
Congress is taking a recess again, so we're taking a look back at this year in Washington. I'm Jacqueline Policastro. The 2014 highlights are next.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you and welcome in. I'm Rebecca Smith. Bill Bryant has the day off. It is Friday, December 26th, and we have enjoyed a pretty warm Christmas, and hopefully that trend will continue with a lot of you out and about for shopping, perhaps returning or exchanging gifts. Let's check in now with Mike Linden to see what's happening.
Good morning, Rebecca. It looks like it should be nice for us here on Friday, the last Friday of 2014. Live First Alert Defender, quiet this morning, really not showing us very much. If you are heading out to go shopping this morning, think about that jacket, that hat certainly could help you out as well. It is the winter after all, as temperatures start out at or below freezing this morning. But again, as we head into the middle of our day, those clear skies should make for a beautiful, mostly sunny Friday. But will this nice weather stick around into the weekend? With yet another storm system coming in Saturday evening, the answer might be a little muddled. I'll have your forecast in about 10 minutes. Rebecca?
All right, thanks, Mike. New this morning, tense moments in Lexington when a car crashed into an ambulance. A baby was actually on board from Ashland when a car slammed into that ambulance. The crash happened in front of the Speedway gas station on Winchester Road. This one is located near Loudon Avenue. No one was hurt. Police say they are not sure exactly what caused the crash. The all-clear has been given at Commonwealth Stadium after a bomb threat. Lexington police and the University of Kentucky police responded to the stadium last night after the reported threat. Traffic was diverted around the stadium while police investigated. Nothing was found. It is not clear if police know who made the threat. More than a week after a man was murdered in Lexington, police are still searching for the suspect. Lexington police say Jevin McGee shot and killed Joseph Parker outside an apartment complex on Augusta Court last week. Police issued a warrant for McGee the next day. They say he goes by the nickname Tink. Parker's homicide was the 18th in Lexington this year. Police continue to search for a person of interest in a Winchester murder. They say gunfire broke out during a home invasion at an apartment on Oxford Drive Tuesday night. We're told one of the bullets went through the floor, killing 19-year-old Amber Caudill. 20-year-old Lamont Wilkerson is charged with murder, and 18-year-old Lillian Barnett is charged with complicity to murder in the case. Funeral arrangements for Caudill have not been finalized. Well, one family had to celebrate Christmas without a loved one. Norma Jo Brown disappeared 3 months ago. The Bath County woman was last seen with Kevin Howard. Police arrested Howard in October and charged him with murdering a University of Cincinnati professor. Sharon King says it's painful not knowing where her daughter may be.
I don't know where she's at, that's the worst feeling any mom could ever have. Knowing she's out there somewhere and you can't do nothing to help her.
King says crews plan to search a stretch of the Kentucky River in Jessamine County for clues about her daughter's disappearance. The wake for one of two New York City police officers ambushed last weekend and is today in Queens. Don Champion reports from New York, where authorities in the city are still on high alert amid new threats against police officers.
The unimaginable pain was evident on the faces of the family of Officer Rafael Ramos. Carrying blue roses, they visited a growing memorial in Brooklyn, New York, Christmas night. Thanking those who protect and serve, just as Ramos had done before he was killed at the same spot last weekend. This woman raised her voice in song to pay tribute to the father of two. Ramos and his partner, Officer Wenjin Liu, were shot and killed Saturday by a man police say was mentally disturbed and intent on killing police officers.
As much as they hurt, we hurt with them.
In Glendale, Queens, blue ribbons are now on display for blocks along Myrtle Avenue, leading to Christ Tabernacle Church, where Ramos's family and friends will begin to say goodbye today.
My thoughts and prayers are with the families.
More than 20,000 members of law enforcement from across the U.S. and Canada will come to New York City over the coming days to pay respects to Ramos. Many New Yorkers hope things will remain peaceful, despite ongoing demonstrations against police police over recent officer-involved killings.
People yelling and screaming in their faces, and I wouldn't be able to do what they do. And I give them a lot of credit.
In the wake of the deaths of Ramos and Liu, the NYPD has been on high alert. Authorities have increased security at station houses. They also arrested and charged several people Thursday with making threats against officers. Don Champion, CBS News, New York.
And Ramos will be laid to rest tomorrow. Vice President Joe Biden is expected to be in attendance. Officer Liu's funeral will be a little bit later as family members, I should say, continue to arrive from outside of the country. Well, tensions are high near Ferguson, Missouri, following the death of an 18-year-old black man at the hands of a white officer in the nearby city of Berkeley. Police in riot gear monitored a Christmas Day protest outside a church in St. Louis, but the situation remained peaceful. Authorities maintain Antonio Martin was shot and killed at a gas station Tuesday after he pointed a gun at a police officer. Some gamers were disappointed on Christmas Day. Sony's online PlayStation Store and Microsoft's Xbox site experienced disruptions in the latest possible cyber attack. The PlayStation Store Twitter feed says some users were having trouble logging onto its network. A notice on the Xbox website said the company is aware of the issue. A hacker group calling itself Lizard Squad appeared to be taking responsibility for the disruptions. Meanwhile, fans flocked to about 300 independent theaters to see the movie The Interview on Christmas Day. Critics and moviegoers are expressing mixed reaction to the controversial comedy about the assassination of North Korea's leader. Sony originally scrapped its release following threats from hackers with ties to the communist country. Although the film is set to open in more theaters today, major chains have yet to sign on. Christmas may be over, but many stores are still expecting big crowds today, as you can imagine. WKYT's Sean Moody is live near the Fayette Mall to explain why. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Rebecca. It is expected to be a big day out here at Fayette Mall. Macy's opened their doors at 6 a.m. Since then, I've seen several people get an early start to their day after Christmas shopping, going in and out. One of the most popular gifts this year was gift cards, and there will likely be a lot of people out there looking to spend those today. The National Retail Federation predicted holiday sales would be up about 4% this year. They said the most popular gifts this year were gift cards. According to a survey on their website, about 65% of people asked for gift cards for Christmas. With stores offering their day after Christmas sales, a lot of shoppers will likely be out here trying to get a good price on whatever didn't show up under the tree. It'll also be a big day for returns. If you plan to return something, be sure to take your receipt if you have one. According to a National Retail Federation survey, stores are trying to crack down on holiday return fraud. They say customers trying to fraudulently return items could cost the stores up to $3.8 billion this holiday season. In fact, some stores require ID when making a return. Now, if you happen to lose that receipt or a gift card, you may be able to electronically recover the information.
Many folks do enclose the receipt that came with the gift card. If you can register the gift card on the website of the retailer, that helps as well if you end up having to recover any funds because it got stolen or lost.
Now again, Macy's opened their doors at 6 a.m. Other stores here at Fayette Mall will open at 7, along with Kohl's and Target. Live in Lexington, Sean Moody, WKYT.
All right, thanks so much, Sean. Call it a Christmas miracle. A dog stuck in an eastern Kentucky cave is safe and sound this morning. Crews in Letcher County were able to rescue the dog from the cave on Black Mountain yesterday morning. The dog, named Jane, was stuck in the cave for almost 6 days. Volunteers from a local animal shelter and cave divers from as far away as Missouri spent hours working to rescue little Jane. She's now home with her owners and is doing just fine. We are happy to report. Well, it's never a dull moment in the world of politics. Throughout the year, lawmakers on Capitol Hill battled with each other and the White House. Here's Jacqueline Policastro with a look at the biggest political stories of the year.
Here inside the U.S. Capitol, it was a year full of major political headlines, partisan bickering, and some voting on legislation. Let's take a look. Unemployment, immigration, Obamacare.
Mr. Speaker,
President Obama kicked off 2014 with his 5th State of the Union address, warning Congress he planned to push his agenda, even if it meant he had to do it all by himself.
wherever and whenever I can take steps without legislation to expand opportunity for more American families, that's what I'm going to do.
The go-it-alone attitude in Obama's speech dominated this year in Washington as conservatives and liberals battled with the president publicly. One of the biggest stories of the year, the botched Obamacare rollout. Dozens of veterans died as a result of an internal cover-up at the Department of Veterans Affairs, leading to the resignation of the VA chief. The biggest win of the year came in November, when Republicans won control of the Senate.
Made it clear Election Day. They want to get things done.
Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up! Protesters marched to the Capitol asking for justice for all in response to decisions not to indict police officers in the deaths of 2 black civilians.
This is what democracy looks like.
And lawmakers weighed in on the explosive report about CIA torture tactics.
I'd do it again in a minute.
This year, lawmakers voted to avert a government shutdown at the last minute, but there are still a ton of legislative leftovers. You can expect there to be a battle over immigration reform and the Keystone Pipeline early in the year. The Department of Homeland Security's budget runs out in February, leaving lawmakers plenty to argue about in 2015. Reporting in Washington, I'm Jacqueline Policastro.
Seems there's never any shortage of that, right? All right. The time now is 6:40. Let's check to see how traffic is moving on the roads this morning with a look at live drive traffic. We're hearing that nothing major is happening on the roads. Obviously, there's going to be a little bit of traffic with maybe people headed out of town or coming into town, maybe going shopping. So just keep that in mind as you head out. Nicholasville and Pasadena looking good. Well, we have a lot more news from WKYT on the way. You may have had enough leftover food that could last you for weeks, but it doesn't mean you should hang on to it necessarily that long. Some food safety tips coming up.
And just like the roads out there right now, there's just not much going on in the skies, but it looks like that may change this weekend. I'll show you the upcoming potentially wet weekend to round out the final weekend of 2014 coming up.
Hi, this is Patrick and Cassie from Insular Care Base in Turkey, and we just want to say hi to our friends and family back in Kentucky, and Merry Christmas, and go Big Blue.